Today's project is long overdue. I'm gonna fix the shitty trash can slider I've had for a few years. I start this one off by carrying down a sheet of 3/4 inch plywood into the basement. And as always, I cut the sheet into a more workable size. Since I designed this project on SketchUp, cutting all the parts is easy work if I just follow the cut list. I'm going to put the crosscut sled to work today and skip using the miter saw. I set up a stop block for repeat cuts, but position it a little farther back to help prevent kickback. I'm using 1/2 inch plywood for the base and the bottom portion of the assembly. I mark out an angle on one of the sides, but then tape the two together so I can cut them at the same time. Over to the bandsaw, and the corners get cut off close to the line. Followed by the oscillating spindle sander, where the edges get taken to the pencil line. And time for the gratuitous pile of parts. I'll be using 20-inch full extension sliders for this project. To keep a cleaner look, I'm using pocket holes for assembly. So with the jig out, I start drilling all the holes. I start assembly on the sides and front with glue and pocket hole screws. I assembled the bottom off camera using glue and brad nails. Like mentioned, the 1/2 inch plywood is also used here. I just realized I should have put pocket holes here. Now I gotta wipe all this glue off. Get the jig back out and drill the holes I should have done the first time. Again, glue and screws. I made a simple border to hold the trash can in place, put together with glue and brad nails. And it's a nice snug fit on the bottom of the can. I screw that piece down with some countersunk wood screws. I make sure the assembly is centered on the base, but purposely overhanging the front about 2 inches. Next, glue and screws to attach the rails to the base. A few brad nails also get shot through the underside into the rails. I then secure the sliders to the rails and main assembly with the provided screws. I head upstairs to the kitchen and remove the old broken piece of crap. I use this opportunity to clean out the cabinet. I take the cabinet door off the old one, which had 2 strips of wood to center the slider on a wider door. I install strips of ripped 2x4s on the front of the main assembly. I purposely designed the sliders to not be as wide as the door so I can optimize space under the sink. After finding a good spot, temporary screws go in so I can line everything up. And once I'm satisfied, the rest of the wood screws go in. I secure the base to the cabinet using short drywall screws. Then reconnect the sliders. And finally, install the trash can. I'm glad I finally got to one of the house projects on my list, and this slider works so much better than that crap that was there before. Once again, this is New Jersey Mr. E saying, thanks for watching.